Hey, what's up, everybody? BDO 44 coming at you with another video. All right, so the Lakers play the Clippers tonight, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern at Crypto.com Arena. Is a floor for the Lakers. We also have the next game against them as well. Same deal. So yeah, two in a row versus this team. We will have to deal with all that they've put together. They got a lot of new guys on their team, as well as some old guys. Of course, Clippers. You're talking about Kawhi Leonard, Norman Powell. Norman Powell is a game time decision as of right now. Trendon Flowers also a game time decision. Let's see, for your Lakers, you got Rui is a game time decision, which is great news. I don't know if he'll actually play, but it seems that injury isn't as serious as maybe it might have been thought to have been. It is a knee, though, so we got to keep an eye open. It'd probably be wise for them to sit him tonight. It looks like Jared Vanderbilt's going to be a game time decision as well. They may want to rest him, so that is something to pay attention to since this is a back-to-back. Max Kleber, of course, is out to the end of the year. So that's where we're at with our injury report. Really not much to it. Very happy that Rui is not nearly as serious as we thought it could potentially be, but we'll still wait for more information just in case something changes in regards to Rui's health, because that injury is a little iffy. It's iffy. I don't know what exactly it is. Other than to say that the knee was bothering him. But it looked like he was having an issue with his side as well the game before that. So he's just a little banged up in general. Probably wise to rest him tonight. So yeah, the Clippers are 32-26. They're in the 6th place spot behind us. The Lakers are 36-21. We've got a nice little cushion between them, but dropping 2 games to them will be very bad for you. So you definitely do not allow that to happen. Especially given the fact that this is your home floor. You don't play around like that. We're in 4th place right now, tied with the Houston Rockets. A game behind the Denver Nuggets, and a game and a half behind the Memphis Grizzlies, who are in 2nd place and 3rd place respectively. So we definitely love where we're at. Clippers about 5 games behind us and the Houston Rockets. So the Clippers have played some Eastern Conference teams as of late. They're coming off a victory against the Chicago Bulls. They really have been playing kind of poorly, to be honest with you, not shooting very well, particularly from behind the arc. And so we'll just go over the games that they've played as we always do. We try to go 5 back, starting with this particular game, Chicago. And the Clippers shot 51% from the field, 44-85. Shot 51% from the 3, 19-37. So they're coming off a really hot 3-point shooting night. That does not make me feel very good. Chicago shot 19-42 for 45%, which is actually very good themselves. 48% from the field, 46-94. So it was a lot of shots hit in this game. The free throw percentage was kind of interesting for the Bulls, 54%. They shot 6 of 11. We know something about that. We shot poorly last night against the Minnesota Timberwolves, for which we'll talk a little bit about. Clippers were 15-17 there for 88% there. Clippers did win the boards 44-41, but gave up 15 offensive rebounds to those Bulls and had 11 of their own. Both teams assisted very high, 35 for the Bulls, 33 for Chicago. For the Clippers. You don't see that too often. 9 steals for both teams. It was a block party for the Clippers, 10 of those to the Chicago 1 block. And 17 turnovers for the Bulls, 29 points conceded off of those turnovers, which is insane. But you got to understand the Clippers are going to try to get in the fast break. 15 turnovers for the Clippers, 16 points off of those. And the Bulls actually got in the fast break 22-6. So maybe that isn't how that looked. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But 22-6 there, the Bulls' favor in the fast break points. And the points to the paint were 48-38. So essentially what I'm gathering is the Bulls would get back and still get scored on after turning the ball over. Or they would foul. I don't know. Whatever. That's how it went, man. But yeah, the box score, Kawhi Leonard had 17 points on 3 of 5 from behind the arc, 6 of 14, 4 assists, 4 steals, 8 rebounds, 1 block. Derrick Jones Jr., 16 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds and 1 assist. On 6 of 9 shooting, 2 of 5 from 3. Zubac 5-8 from the field, 10 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks. James Harden, 30 points, 6 assists, 2 rebounds, 6 turnovers. But he did have the game winner from what I understand. Shot 50% from behind the arc, 7 of 14, 9 of 20 from the field. Chris Dunn, 1 of 4 from the field, 5 points, 1 steal, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. 3 assists, 4 rebounds. And Amir Coffey, 20 points, 7 of 11 from the field, 2 of 5 from behind the arc. Bogdanovich, 14 points, 6 assists, 5 of 7 from the field, 4 of 5 from behind the arc. So Bogdanovich is hot coming off this particular basketball game. And the Chicago Bulls had a big game from Zach Collins, who's really starting to thrive in Chicago. 21 points, 2 steals, 7 assists, and 17 boards, 7 of them offensive rebounds. Yeesh. Lonzo had 15 points, 2 steals, 3 assists on 6 of 10 shooting, 2 of 5 from the 3. Kobe White, 7 of 16 from the field, 4 of 11 from behind the arc for 19 points, a steal, and 3 assists and a board. Josh Giddey had 21 points, 12 assists, 8 rebounds, 5 turnovers. Had a steal with that on 8 of 14 shooting, 4 of 4 from behind the arc. And Tyus' brother, who's now with the Bulls, had a good shooting night. 7 of 9 from the field, 2 of 2 from behind the arc for 16 points, 2 assists. Kevin Huerter, 5 of 15 from the field, 3 of 9 from behind the arc. His poor shooting continues even in Chicago. 13 points, 3 assists. Boy, is his shooting falling off this season. He's having a really bad year. Shooting the ball is Kevin Huerter for the Bulls, of whom we still have 2 times to see later on in the season. So hopefully we'll get 2 wins against them. But that's really the stats there for the Chicago Bulls Clipper game. Clippers just found a way to ease this one out in the end. And James Harden, from what I understand, was the star there. All right, so before that, they played the Detroit Pistons, the red-hot Detroit Pistons. I think the Detroit Pistons are probably on like a 9-game winning streak or something like that. It's really looking good for the Pistons right now. And they took care of the Clippers 106-97. Cade Cunningham walked away as the high man with 32 points. The team stats. 45% from the field for the Pistons, 36 of 79. 31% from the 3 for the Pistons, 9 of 29. 11 of 41 for the Clippers from behind the arc, which gave them 26%, not good. 37 of 92 from the field, 40%, also not good. The Clippers did win the boards 48-46 and got 15 offensive rebounds to the Piston 8, so that's double-digit offensive rebounds 2 games in a row for the Clippers, I believe, if my memory serves me correct. That's what we saw against the Bulls, right? Or was it the other way around? I don't remember, but they got the rebounds, second chance rebounds in this one, 15 of them. So steals, 12 steals for the Clippers, 11 for the Pistons. 3 blocks for the Clippers, 7 for the Pistons. 17 turnovers for the Clippers, 22 points conceded off of those. 16 turnovers for the Pistons, 17 points conceded off of those. 27-14, fast break points Detroit's way. Both teams have 48 points in the paint. And those are the team stats for this particular game. And the box score shows me a pretty balanced Clippers effort. And the fact that they only had 97 points but have 6 players in double figures isn't something, almost 7 players in double figures isn't something you see very often. 9 points for Nicholas Batum and 3 steals. He was the only one who didn't of the guys who were up there in that range. 13 points for Zubac, 15 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 blocks and a steal, 6-11 shooting from the field. Very clean game from Zubac. James Harden had 18 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, and 7 turnovers. Had a steal to go along with that. 3 offensive rebounds, 5 of 22 from the field, 3 of 11 from behind the arc. He even missed 3 free throws in this one. Bogdanovich, ice cold, 6 of 19 from the field, 1 of 12 from behind the arc. 13 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 3 turnovers to go along with those 11 missed 3-point shots. Bogdanovich was not good against Detroit. Chris Dunn, 6 of 10 from the field, 1 of 4 from behind the arc, 13 points, 5 steals, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. Those 5 steals for Chris Dunn is something that he could do a lot. Derrick Jones Jr., 15 points, 2 steals, 1 assist, 3 rebounds, 6 of 11 from the field. There, and Amir Coffey, 3 of 8 from the field, 1 of 4 from behind the arc for 10 points, 3 assists. And that is the stats for the Clippers against Detroit. 32 points, of course, as I said, for Cade. He also had 7 turnovers, 7 assists, 3 steals, and 9 rebounds for Cade Cunningham on 4-9 from 3, 9 of 22 from the field. Also got to the line 12 times, missed 2 of them. Jalen Duren, 9 field goals attempted, 4 made, 12 points, 19 rebounds, 6 offensive boards, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Not surprising. That dude is a rebounding monster. Tim Hardaway Jr. had 6 points, a block, a steal, 2 assists, 2 boards on 2 of 5 shooting. 0 of 5 from behind the arc. Not pretty there. Amir Thompson, excuse me, Amel, what's his name? Can't get my head right. Amir Asur, there we go. Asur Thompson. Can't get his name for some reason. He walked away with 10 points, 4 steals, 2 blocks, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. Shocking? Not at all. That's a fantastic defender right there. And Malik Beasley had 9 points on 3 of 8 shooting from behind the arc, 3 of 10 from the field. Dennis Schroeder had a cold night, 1 of 6 from the field, 0 of 3 from behind the arc for 7 points, 4 assists. And Beef Stew, 3 points, 2 blocks, 1 steal, 1 assist, and 4 boards. And 7 points for Ron Holland as well. So that's kind of how that went. Cade versus a balanced Clipper team, and ultimately that Clipper team couldn't get it done despite rebounding pretty well. You can't miss as many threes as they did, man. You can't. 3 of 11 from Harden, 1 of 12 from Bogdanovich, 1 of 4 for Coffee, 1 of 4 for Dunn. That's terrible. That's bad shooting. And you're not going to win many games doing that. So Detroit took care of the Clippers because they couldn't hit a 3. And that's what I took from that. 26%. Yep, that's the story there. I don't think the Pacer game was much different than that, to be honest with you. The game before that in Indiana, 129-111. Big game from Halliburton, who walked away with 29 points, 12 assists, 3 steals, and 1 turnover. He's starting to look like himself again, which could be very dangerous for teams in the Eastern Conference dealing with the Pacers. 9 of 14 from the field, 4 of 8 from behind the arc. Yeah, he's starting to get his act together. Nembhard had 12 points, 1 steal, 1 assist, and 5 rebounds. He's healthy again, 5 of 11 from the field. Miles Turner had 17 points, 4 assists, 6 rebounds, 2 blocks, 4 of 8 from behind the arc, so that's key there. 5 of 11 from the field as well. Aaron Naismith, 7 of 11 from the field, 2 of 5 from behind the arc for 19 points, 1 assist, 6 rebounds. And Pascal had 12 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and a block. On 0 of 3 from behind the arc, 4 of 12 from the field. Obi Toppin, 5 of 9 from the field, 0 of 4 from behind the arc. 10 points, 1 steal, 6 assists, and 5 boards. TJ McConnell, 13 points, 1 block, 1 assist, and 2 rebounds. Ben Mathorn came off the bench, 3 of 6 from the field, 8 points, 1 block, 1 assist, 1 rebound. And Ben Shepherd had 2 points, 4 rebounds in this basketball game. And Thomas Bryant, 7 points, 1 block, 1 assist, and 3 rebounds as well. So the story for the Clippers, again, they shot poorly from behind the arc. You got Bogey down there jacking them up. 1 of 8 from behind the arc, 4 of 13 from the field for 11 points and 1 steal, 2 rebounds. 1 rebound, 2 assists. Ben Simmons had a pretty good game. 3 of 7 from the field, 8 points, 2 steals, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds in 24 minutes of play. Marshawn Beauchamp, the ex-Buck, 9 points, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. He's a sneaky, interesting player for them. A lot of length, needs some minutes. Upside is there. He can still become something for the Clippers. Amir Coffey, 4 of 9 from the field, 1 of 4 from behind the arc for 14 points and 1 assist. James Harden, 31 points, 11 assists, 7 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 blocks, 5 turnovers. He is really putting up some big lines here. 6 of 17 from the field. 9 of 17 from the field, 6 of 13 from behind the arc. So, yeah, James Harden is starting to get into his superstar bag, but the turnovers are coming with it. And we're going to have to be very careful with him tonight because he's really feeling himself. Zubats, 22 points, 2 assists, 6 rebounds, 8 of 11 from the field. Very clean night from Zubac. He's continuing to have a fantastic year. 6 points, 1 steal for Derrick Jones. Did not hit a 3. Let's see, this is the 3-point shooting woes continued for the Clippers. 0 of 5 for Dunn, 1 of 4 for Coffey, 0 of 5 from Derrick Jones, 1 of 8 from Bogdanovich, 0 of 1 for Ebanks, 0 of 1 for Kobe Brown. They just shot poorly from behind the arc, man, again. And hopefully they do that tonight. Although they did get their act together against the Bulls. Those 2 games before that, they shot poorly. And that is ultimately what this is telling us about these LA Clippers. Bad 3-point shooting on the road there. Before that, they played the Bucks, and the Bucks were a bit more healthy in this one than they were against our previous opponent, the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Bucks suited up pretty much everybody, man. Giannis was out there, Dame was out there. Yeah, that's everybody. And they walked away pretty good, I guess. Giannis had 23 points on 10 of 14 shooting. Very, very efficient. 3 turnovers, 4 assists, and 8 boards for the Greek Freak. Our old boy Taurean Prince had 14 points and assists and 7 boards on 4 of 7 from behind the arc. He's still shooting well there. Brook Lopez, 8 of 14 from the field, also 4 of 7 from behind the arc for 22 points, 4 blocks, 1 steal, 2 assists, and 7 boards. Still filling it up. Kuzma, 13 points, 4 turnovers, 1 assist, 7 rebounds, 4 of 10 from the field, 3 of 7 from behind the arc for Kuz. And Dame shot like trash, 2 of 12 from the field, 2 of 8 from behind the arc for 15 points, 2 steals, 7 assists, and 7 boards. But he did get to the line. You can see that again, 9 to 10 from the line, getting him his numbers. I'm telling you, the NBA be doing that on purpose. Yo, they see these superstars getting well below their betting line. They're like, yo, get them boys at the line. They'll hit free throws. We'll get their scores that way. Otherwise, Dame Lillard walks away with like 4 points. I kid you not. If he doesn't get to the line, he walks away with 4 points. NBA's been doing this a lot, man. So that's what I see from the starters of Bucks. Kevin Porter Jr., 12 points, 1 steal, 2 assists, 5 of 7 shooting from the field. And AJ Green, 3 of 8 from the 3, 9 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. All of his attempts were threes. And the Clippers, man, 25 points from Kawhi, 2 steals, 4 assists, 4 boards on 9 of 22 shooting, 4 of 8 from behind the arc. And Zubats had another clean games, 8 of 13 from the field, 20 points, 4 blocks, 1 steal, 1 assist, 15 boards, 3 of them offensive rebounds. Zubats is extremely efficient. He don't miss too many shots. He don't attempt no threes. He's getting blocks. He's just really developed very well for the Clippers, man. We gave him away for a bag of peanuts, man. I am so irritated every single time I see Zubats do anything for the Clippers. Anytime, man. It's awful. James Harden, 8 of 21 from the field, 2 of 10 from behind the arc. Poor shooting on the road continued for James Harden. 24 points, 5 turnovers, 1 block, 1 steal, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. Boy, they're jacking up threes there. That is ugly. Very ugly. Amir Coffey, 3 of 5 from the field, 8 points, 2 rebounds there. Chris Dunn had 5 points, 6 steals, 5 assists, and 7 rebounds. It's the second game in a row we've seen him get over 5 steals. Pay attention to Chris Dunn. He's a real defender, and he has history with Luka Doncic. From what I understand, they are not exactly best friends. So these are the type of things you inherit, new beefs and stuff like that. It's like, yo, he don't like that dude. They don't like each other, from what I understand. Bogdanovich had 15 points in this one, 2 steals, 5 assists, 4 of 7 from the 3, 5 of 10 from behind the arc. And Ben Simmons didn't miss a shot, hit all 3 of them, 6 points, 1 steal, 1 block, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. Pay very close attention to Ben Simmons, man. Do not take him lightly. He's an ex-superstar in this league, more than capable of doing good things on both sides of the floor. He's not going to shoot the 3, we know that, but he can get big assists, big rebounds, and he can defend his butt off. Ben Simmons is a good addition to the Clippers. Do not take him lightly. He is very, very powerful out there, and with Rui out, he's going to be somebody who probably takes advantage if Rui doesn't play, in the sense that his body is bigger against us because of that size, and Rui is comparable to his. So it's one of those situations where you're down a big man in theory, maybe even 2 if we don't play Vando, and now they're bringing in Ben Simmons to go along with everything else they got. They're a bit bigger than they used to be, and we need to respect that tonight. Derrick Jones Jr., 2 of 4 from the field, 4 points, 2 assists there. Batum hit a 3, 1 assist, 1 steal. And that is the production for the Milwaukee Bucks Clippers game. Milwaukee did get the victory there, and that's really what it is. Milwaukee had 6 players in double figures. Clean game from Giannis. Big game from Brook. That pretty much told the story, especially if James Harden will continue to shoot threes that way, turn the ball over the way that he did. That you can't win that game. And yeah, is that everything? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, there's one more. They did play the Jazz before that in Utah. Got the victory in overtime, 120-116 against the Utah Jazz. And Norman Powell actually was available for this one. It's the last game he's actually played in. And boy, did he play. 41 points for Norman Powell. 5 of 10 from behind the arc, 10 of 13 from the free throw line, 13 of 26 against the Jazz. I don't know what got into him against the Jazz, and I don't know why he hasn't been on the floor since. But that is what happened. Norman Powell went for 41 on the Jazz in overtime. James Harden had 32 points, 2 blocks, 3 steals, 7 assists, and 10 rebounds on 5 of 13 shooting, 11 of 15 from behind the arc.
11 of 15 from the field, 5 of 13 from behind the arc, 8 of 19 from the field. So that's 11 of 15 from the free throw line, if I didn't say that correctly. Yeah, so between Norman Norman and James Harden, they got to the free throw line 28 times and hit 21 of them. So that right there tells you where a lot of the production went. They just kept fouling them dudes. Zubats had 4 of 12 from the field, 10 points, 2 steals, a block, and 8 rebounds. Derrick Jones had 8 points, 1 steal, 2 rebounds, 3 of 9 shooting there. Chris Dunn, 2 of 6 from the field, 4 points, 3 steals, 6 assists, 7 rebounds. The steals continue for Chris Dunn. I will continue to point this out. He is getting steals. Ben Simmons, 12 points, 3 steals, 6 assists, 7 rebounds, 4 or 5 from the field. Very clean game for Ben. Bogey, 7 points, 3 steals, 2 assists on 1 of 6 shooting from behind the arc, 3 of 10 from the field. Ugly shooting there from Bogey. But again, the steals are telling the story if I'm paying attention. Nick Batum, 6 points, 5 rebounds, and a block. 2 of 5 from the field, 2 of 4 from the behind the arc. So that's what it looked like for them against the Utah Jazz in a winning effort in overtime. And Utah had 20 points from Markkanen on 8 of 16 from the field. And Filipowski, the rookie, 20 points, 10 rebounds on 8 of 12 shooting, 3 of 6 from behind the arc. That is very, very good stuff for Flip. He needs some more minutes down there in Utah. Keontae George was a bad shooter, 3 of 12 from the field, 2 of 7 from behind the arc for 13 points, 9 assists, and 4 rebounds, 4 turnovers. Isaiah Collier, 16 points, 4 steals, 8 assists, 4 rebounds, 7 turnovers. 5 of 9 shooting from the field, 3 of 6 from behind the arc for Collier. You got to cut down the turnovers, young fella. John Collins, 5 of 11 from the field, 2 of 7 from behind the arc for 17 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. And Bryce Sensabaugh walked away with 10 points as well, 3 of 5 from the field, 3 of 4 from behind the arc. And Micah Potter, 3 points, 9 rebounds. So that's interesting, 1 of 1 from the field. And Johnny Juzang, 3 of 5 from the field, 2 of 4 from behind the arc for 8 points, 1 steal, 1 assist, and 3 rebounds. So that is the production for the losing Utah Jazz. It's hard to overcome the turnover problems there, it seemed, and the steals were really the story, it seemed, for the Clippers. We'll go straight to that. 16 steals for the Clippers, 26 turnovers for the Jazz, 20 points conceded off of those turnovers. That'll tell the story right there. Defense got the Clippers the win there. 5 blocks there for the Clippers, 7 steals, 1 block for the Jazz. 12 turnovers for the Clippers, 14 points conceded off of that. 48 points in the paint for the Clippers to 32 for the Jazz, and everybody fouled. 22 for the Clips, 25 for Jazz. 47 rebounds for the Jazz to 43 for the Clippers. 13 offensive rebounds Clippers received to the 9 for the Jazz. And 14 of 38 from behind the arc for the Clippers. Also 39 of 94 from behind the field for the Clippers. So 41% there from the field, 36 from behind the arc. And then in the Jazz, 38 of 78 for 48% from the field, and then 18 of 45 from behind the arc for 40% for the Utah Jazz. The free throws are crazy here, 28 of 36, 77% for the Clippers, 22 of 26, 84% for the Jazz. That is a lot of free throws. And that is something we know a lot about because the Los Angeles Lakers, just segueing away from the Clippers, that's really what that was. Overtime game, pretty much a thriller, but a lot of free throws. I'd imagine that game lasted at least 3 hours and 30 minutes, maybe even more than that. Our game wasn't exactly a beautiful game either against the Timberwolves last night because we shot a million free throws and missed a million of them as well. And we weren't too happy with that game. We loved the outcome. We did beat the Minnesota Timberwolves, but we walked away with a couple players hobbled, as we know. You got, a bad shooting night from Luka to Don. It just wasn't pretty, man. It wasn't pretty. 111-102 was the score last night. We shot 26% from the three-point line, 11 of 41, 41% from the field, 34-82. It was not pretty. We conceded 18 points off of 13 turnovers. Not good. We won the board, so we were happy about that. Got 16 offensive boards to make up for it. Our issues, 52-41. But the free throw line, I mean, my God, we shot 46 free throws and made 32 of them. I mean, first of all, I don't ever want to see a game where any team shoots 46 free throws. I don't ever want to see that again. But that's what it was. And then, the Timberwolves shot 20 of 26 for 76%. So they shot their fair share of free throws as well. It just lasted forever. It was a free throw contest, especially in the second half. And I really hope the referees will be a bit more conservative with their whistle. 29 fouls called on the Timberwolves, 18 called on the Lakers. Nobody wants to watch that, man. Nobody wants to watch that. So that's my point of view. We had 8 fast break points to the Timberwolves 23. I just didn't think we played a good game in this particular game on offensive end. Defensively, I thought we were pretty solid. It wasn't stellar. I think a lot of that, of what is reflected in the 102 score for Minnesota, was some poor shooting, particularly from Naz Reid. He was ugly out there, 1 of 10 from the field, 0 of 5 from behind the arc. Maybe you could say we did a good job on him. He still walked away with 12 boards, 4 offensive rebounds. But, they just had some bad shooting. J.D. McDaniels, 6 of 18 from the field, 1 of 5 from behind the arc, another cold shooter for them. So, that made up for it. This is out Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 2 of 8 from behind the arc. So their poor shooting helped offset our poor shooting, and then us getting to the line just kind of eased us ahead of them. But we missed so many free throws that the game was close anyway. And that's exactly what happened there. So, yeah, man, not a fun game to watch, man. Not a fun game to watch. We got to hit our damn free throws. We got to be careful not to foul as well. Continue to win on the glass, because we definitely love how Bron and Luka rebounded the ball. They had 30 rebounds between the two of them, which is unbelievable when you consider neither one of these people are centers. But if they didn't rebound the ball, the next best person was Jackson Hayes with 7. So we got to get more rebounding from other people so that we're not asking Luka and LeBron to kill people on the glass. That's too much we're asking for those two to do. And so that's something that needs to be understood. I love that they rebound that much, but we need more rebounding out of other people. Rui walked away hurt in this game, concerned about that, even though he's a game-time decision tonight, which is encouraging. I still expect for him to be a scratch. I expect for them to scratch him tonight. I don't think so. Austin had a nice game, 23 points, 2 steals, 5 assists, 6 rebounds. We need him to really step up tonight, and I'm sure he will. Gabe Vincent got to start hitting shots again. I don't know what's going on with Gabe. He's back to being Cardi G again, 1 of 6 from the field, 0 of 5 from behind the arc. That's not going to cut it, bro. You're not helping enough in other areas for us to be walking away with 4 points and a bunch of brick shots. You got to get together. Jordan Goodwin, 7 points, 2 steals. We love that. He needs more minutes. In 13 minutes of play, he obviously earned more time, man, especially with Dalton Connect and Vincent not playing well. I want to see more Jordan Goodwin tonight. I really do. And that's really what it is to say, man. Dorian Finney-Smith looked great defensively, offensively, 1 of 4 from behind the arc. We don't expect much from him statistically. It more so shows up in other areas, and we like his addition to this team. And Jackson Hayes, hopefully the hip is fine. He fell on it pretty hard yesterday. He's not a game-time decision or anything. He's not listed, but I know he's not feeling good either. So hopefully he'll be able to give it a go tonight. But we're going to have to dig deep into our bench tonight. You might see some other names tonight. I can totally see us calling up somebody tonight to play or something like that, and giving some other guys rest that may not be on the injury report right now. I think it might be a smart idea. I understand that we are in a very interesting standing situation where we want to continue to keep our foot on the throat of the Clippers, who are 5 games behind us, but we also need to try to understand that we got a long haul ahead, and these are going to be some very tough games, some back-to-backs clustered together, some 6 games in 8 nights type of crap coming. So we need to be very, very prepared for the toll that this takes on our body, especially since we've been playing some tough games that's been really physical. So that's what I say, man. I wonder about how we're going to do over the next 3 weeks because of what's going on right now in these cluster of games that we are winning, but they've been very physical and very tough, man. So that's why I think resting people in this Clipper game might not be the worst idea, and we'll see what the Lakers do with that. So that's what's up. The Lakers are going to be wearing their yellows, I believe. No, we're wearing our road uniforms at home, and I will show you what the Clippers are wearing. I believe they're wearing their home whites on our floor, which is not something I'm in love with, to be honest with you. I don't want them to ever feel like they're at home here. They got their own building now. They can wear white there. That's my attitude there. I'd love for the NBA to stop doing this. Please stop doing this. So, and of course we'll wear these because we have definitely retired our Lake Show uniforms that we can't seem to win in. It's a good decision. And nothing's changed on the injury report as of right now. So we will continue to assume that it might be possible that those guys play. But Clippers are fully healthy, man. And with the addition of Bogey and Ben Simmons, they are a bigger team. They got a little more talent on it. And, a guy like Amir Coffey, somebody that I circle to pay very close attention to. Obviously, Kawhi Leonard is very serious at all times. Zubac's playing great right now, very efficient rebounding the ball. Chris Dunn stealing the ball. We went through all of it. We know exactly what we're dealing with at this point. And we just got to come prepared. We just beat this Clipper team pretty easily last time on February 4th, 122-97. And, I'd imagine they're going to want some get back for that. And given the fact that Norman Powell is a game-time decision, the last time anybody's seen him, he went for 41 points. I'd imagine taking him very seriously tonight if he plays is a very smart idea. I do expect it to be some chucking up there. Bogey and James Harden, who's playing at a high level right now. If Norman goes, they're going to shoot a lot of threes, man. At least 38 threes tonight I'm expecting from the LA Clippers. So our perimeter defense needs to be sharp. And we're going to have to, figure. The thing about it is, if we play the same defense against Zubac the way we played Jokic, you don't necessarily have the ability to do that because they could stretch the floor. So that's what we were able to benefit off of we could crowd Jokic because they had players like Christian Brown, what's the other guy? Russell Westbrook as well. Guys that you didn't expect to shoot the ball. I don't know that you can afford to do that with Zubac. The Clippers shooters should keep you honest. And so that's something that's interesting to me. Zubac could potentially have a very big night tonight. So we need to be careful not to allow that to happen on our home floor. So, yeah, that's really what it is, man. The Clippers and Lakers, we've got to play 2 games against these guys. We obviously don't like them. They obviously don't like us. We have had some success against them. We're split right now, tied. They won the first game in embarrassing fashion. We won the second game and got back good at them. And these 2 games are very important. Hopefully we can take both of them, win the season series, have the tiebreaker, have bragging rights in LA, and all that good stuff, man. And that's really what it is. I just expect a big game from a lot of people on the Clipper side of things, and I expect the Lakers to potentially sit some people that maybe aren't on the injury report right now. So this game's at 7 p.m. Be there, be square. BDF 44. I thank you all for watching. I'm out.